That's the scenario, right? So I'm thinking, I'm talking about these people, and it dawns on me, right? This realization. I started thinking about it. I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, if that's how, if that's basically, if that's the, or if those are the people or the things that, if the people that we think are the things, you know what I mean? Because like when you think about it, when at the start of it, right? You think about, okay, well, you know, how many, who's got with. All right, so ultimately, you think about okay, well, you know, where it was, right? And then you got all the, I think about the different people, right? You got all of them really, and they start, it goes, and it's all part of the same, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not even necessarily the way, or the word maybe that it might, but it's it would really, it's all a part of the same kind of, like, ultimately, if I feel like when you take, okay, so you got, you know what I mean? It's like you got this one and you got that, and it's you kind of, you put them in the same. It's kind of like, you know, you get in. Okay, so you start off with the one, right, and you have that from over in the other part, and then you bring in. You got like two, I don't even, you know what I mean? It's like you got all of them, and then by later it turns into, you know, you got you know what I mean? And it's like, before you know it, here we are. And right now we're looking at, I mean, I don't even know. There's just, you know, it's a lot. There's so many, and so far what we've done, and there's really something to be said, I think, and that goes for not only, I mean, because when you think about it, I mean, where we started, how it like where it originally. Like, if you were to ask me, if you were to tell me, like, when back in, or we got, I don't even remember, actually, or you know what it was, actually, when they, I think it was roughly, like it was either 2 or 3, but regardless, it was some of them, and many, I mean, a lot of them aren't even, it's like, you know, like if you were to think about it, or take a, what's it called, you know what I'm talking about, like they got the new, it's kind of like, it's not even that, because so here's the thing, right? So I was never, you know what I mean, like if, like, out of those, I would say 2, 3, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, depending on the time, depending on the place, and depending upon where, because like you think about it this way, right? It's because you got from, okay, so the way I understand it, or the way that they told me, the way they said, like, from how it was explained, or from what I gathered, I should say, it's like, so on the one, you got, I mean, because like, here's over there, right? You got that, and then there's also over this, if you were to take these two or three, like we said, and you have them. It's like then there's also you gotta you know what I mean. It's like this it's like there's two, maybe three. You know what I mean? And it's all a part of this. Like I was saying earlier, it's really it's incredible when you think about it. How you have it's the same kind of. Because if you were to tell me, if you were to show me actually from Earths, if you were to explain to someone, or in that same, or you know what I mean, like if you were if I had to go over there, right? And from back here, I would say, oh well, it's you got. I mean, like at the end, you know what I mean. It's like I would say 2, 3. You know what I mean. It's like somewhere along the way, at some point somebody must have. Because you look like from. Like right now, right? So you were to start at where we're at now, okay? So, or like at this point specifically, right? So you got like from okay, you got to think about it linearly, right? So it's you take from what do they call it? You know what I'm talking about, but it's kind of how it's one, because when you ultimately, right, you think about kind of the not the but like you get, because it's part of the same thing, right? So you get like this from. So I'll just tell you what it is, all right? So essentially, because the story, as I was told, or from what I gathered, from how I understand it, so it's something along the lines of there's two, or maybe I don't know, there's 2 or 3. Something like that, and from that way, or maybe from this way, no, from that way to here, or here is kind of it's between from there to over here, right? And it's two. Well, actually. Well, when you think about it, it's a lot more than that, because you were right, because you got to think about it from different perspectives, and the all of the various the people and the places and the things and from where I was, or where they told me when I was brought in, right? That's one aspect, or a point, or whatever what's the word, that kind of, that you know what I mean, and from now to that way, it's kind of like it's all. So basically, there's two main what's the word? Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is really from the beginning, or well, I guess there is no definitive it's based on a linear sort of pattern, I guess, for lack of a better word. but really the whole idea, or the concept of what we were going for with that was a lot. Is kind of a you think about it this way, right? We had when it all comes down to, at the end of the day, right? When you got the two, or you got the three, you start. It was the So basically, like, picture when you got from the first one, right? The first one was over there, and we brought it from that way. And it just kind of, like, over the course of 2, maybe 3, is like not more than not necessary. It ultimately brought it to just kind of the. I think it says a lot, really. It kind of it kind of explains. Reveals a lot. That was the word I was looking for earlier. And in terms of, like, if you were to describe, not describe, if to go from like, basically what we had, right, or where we were, that way, and to from today, or so today is, let's see, so the last, we got. Regardless, if you measure or you count the you got that's 2. Or 3. 2, 3. See some it keeps coming back to the same thing, and that's what they keep telling me over and over is measures back keeps it eventually over here. From 2 or 3, from there to, because you gotta account for, or it's take into consideration how all the different variable possibilities from this second moment. Time, I stayed there. I didn't date, you know what I mean? Okay, look, I feel at this point, honestly, if we're gonna do this, I just want to say, I want to have it. It's over. Alright, look, I just want to say. All right, I want to have it it's from, whereas here, I'm not, by the way, it's this is, I'm sitting down from, you see that, 2 is, they got, if you were to if you were to draw, if you were to make a, what's the word? The like if you like anyone, right? It's gonna anything from the over there to where, cause here's the thing, like from and all the way back to, like if you were to, I guess right here, all right, this is the what's this is the is from I gotta sit down. This is, you find a chair, I think. So let me, can you move can we get, can Joy gonna just stand there? Really? I thought we were doing, we said if we had this whole time you've been right making me think, making me question what all these different things. If you could just, like, if you could prove that if there's really, if we're gonna do this, which we have been, any situation, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And you know what? It's too long. It's always the whole day now is gonna be because of this. And you believe that? You see what I'm seeing? You see this? We got. Now you know what? We're gonna. It's this way, and I know it's this way, and I'm not. You're gonna. It's telling me something else. It's wait, not this. It's you going to from what was I back to the what I was talking about. In the meantime, because I'm not. Don't think I forgot about the other thing, or that I'm being distracted by, because I'm still it doesn't change anything. But I just want to finish my point on that, which is that what you really got to remember was actually important about the whole thing. It's from right now, where what we're doing is where it is, right? You guys think about, well, what about when from the beginning or from earlier, and how does it affect, like, because if here's the thing, right? It's, you get from one's part of what's it called, was I'm just gonna go back. This is what we were gonna do. Is you know what? This is way better. I like this a lot better. You know, this is what they did before chairs were invented. This is their original purpose or use. This is the primary, predominant intentions. This is the culminate or this is from. This is when you had two or three, and now I mean it's if you like if you were to look at or if you were to see was anyway, it's if you if okay, now it's if you were to like basically imagine it's kind of it's kind of you know what I mean? Like from where I know it's hard to describe or articulate. That's what I was trying to. But it's like at the end of the day, I feel like it's a lot. It's mostly. And it's there's been two. I forgot that was open. But yeah, the when is the. But I mean, just going back to what I mean, because, and it's only because you asked, right, about what, just sort of where all of, or how, just give me, just, if, or, I guess, like, whoa. Excuse me for one. Just good. Can we? Whoa. Is there is. As if we could, if you have a what where do you why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep, you know what you're doing? It's that thing you just did. What was that? No, do it again. What is, do you have a problem? Do you want me to come over there? You're telling me you don't see how, like, if I did that to, or that same, you know what, I just want to finish real quick by saying, to wrap it up here, and then we'll continue. But But just to wrap it up, I was the biggest. I guess the main thing that we would, or that I would, add or subtract or any of those various different things, right? Would that if it could, I mean, honestly, it's kind of the like if you took, I don't even, there's like 2 or 3 and it's all part of the yeah, I mean, but yeah, that's really, that's kind of all the insurance we need to see you next time.